Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to the channel. So, welcome to this live, which is on file handling in Python. Okay, guys.
Okay, guys. Now am I audible? Hello, 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 everyone. Okay, now am I audible, guys? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So there was some issue with my mic. Okay, guys. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So uh let me tell you about today's live class. Today's live class is will totally focus on file handling in Python. And before starting the live class, I'll just tell you about the framework which I'm using. It is basically VS Code, Visual Studio Code. I hope everyone knows about this. Okay, it is very famous. Why I'm using this? Why not Jupyter Notebook? Guys, because uh, handling files with Jupyter Notebook it's bit not that comfortable because you have to each time change the tab and then create a file or delete a file. Okay, then that types of thing we have to do. In VS Code I can just directly create a file or I can delete it also, and whatever the file handling thing means manually what I can do with the files, that is very much convenient in VS Code. That's why I'm using this. Okay, other than that, the codes which we are going to run, means the programs which we'll see, they can be run on Jupyter Notebook also as well as in VS Code also. There will be no change in the program. Program will be same. Okay. So don't get confused. Uh, Abdullah Aminu is saying still we can't hear you, sir. Okay. Still? Now people have said that they can hear me. I don't know. Please refresh the page, bro. And maybe you are starting from the beginning because of that. It might happen. Please refresh and please let me know, guys. Okay, please let me know that again if I'm audible or not. Okay, please. Yeah. So what I was saying, uh, so why I'm using VS Code. Okay, so the codes will be same. They can be run on VS Code also, and the same code can run on Jupyter Notebook also. So there will be no difference in the codes. Okay. Now today what we are going to do, basically we are going to control files. Control means create a file, write into the file, and delete a file. Okay, these types of things, which we are going to see today. So mostly the basics ones. Okay, and if there will be some advanced topic also, so we'll see that. Okay, now let me start by introducing you guys to our quiz session. Okay, we always start with the quiz session, so let's first do what let's first start with the quiz session. Okay, so I have set a few questions. You have to answer based on yes or no. Okay, so yeah. Now these are very simple basics questions related to Python and related to file handling. Okay, so okay, guys, your first question is Python an interpreted language? Now this is a very basic question in Python, and it is the very first question in Python. So I hope everyone will reply. Okay, so I'm again repeating the question: is Python an interpreted language? Yes or no? Okay. So yes, yes, yes. Okay. So everyone is saying yes. So yes, guys, you are correct. Yes. Okay. Now, guys, your next question is Python a case sensitive language? And one more thing, let me just add numbers. Is Python a case sensitive language? Yes or no? Okay, yes, yes. Okay, two yes in the chat. Okay, that's good. One more yes. Okay. So those who are saying yes, it is correct. Very good. Okay, guys, your next question is, can Python variables be declared without specifying the data type? Yes or no? Okay, I can see multiple yes in the chat. Yes. Okay, there is one person is saying no. Okay, so the answer is yes, guys. Those who are saying no, okay, it's incorrect. Why yes? Because Python supports dynamic variables. It means you don't need to specify the data type. Based on the value, the data type is automatically determined. Okay. Okay. Guys, the next question is, can a Python variable name start with a number? Yes or no? Okay, guys, the next question is question number 4. That is, can a Python variable name start with a number? Yes or no? No, no. Okay, very good. So those who are saying no, it's correct. Okay. We cannot start a variable name with a number in Python, that is not supported. So no. Okay. Guys, your next question is true and true means T in uppercase true and T in lowercase true the same thing in Python? Yes or no? Okay. No, no. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Those who are saying no, it's correct. Okay. They both are not same. Yeah. Python is case sensitive. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys, your next question is this one. Question number 6. That is the default mode of open function is R. R means I'm not going to tell you. Okay. So I'm again repeating the question. Is the default mode of open is R? Okay. Now those who know, I know those who are friendly with Python and have performed file handling in Python, they will uh, easily they can reply it. Okay. They can give the correct answer. Those who don't know, it's okay, guys. You will know it. Okay. Ayush Chaudhary is saying no. Okay, let's wait. Okay, everyone is saying no. Only there is one yes. Okay, by Saurav Gamer. Okay. I don't know. See, guys, those who are saying no, it's incorrect. Okay. Yes is the correct answer of the question number six. That is the default mode of open function is the R. Okay. R stands for the read mode. Okay. So the read mode is the by default mode in the open function. So if you write the file name in the open, it is a file handling question. Okay. So don't get confused. R is the default mode inside the open function, okay? Or you can say of the open function. So yeah, okay. Okay, guys, your next question question number seven. That is recursion supported in Python? Yes or no? I hope everyone knows about recursion. Okay, what is recursion? What do you mean by recursion? So is recursion is supported in Python? Yes or no? Okay, I can see multiple yes in the chat. So those who are saying yes, it is correct. Very good. Okay, one more yes. So yeah, yes is the correct answer, guys. Yes, recursion is supported in Python. So yeah. Okay, guys, the next question is uh guys, your next question is question number 8. That is, can Python support lambda, which is the anonymous functions? So basically your question is uh does Python support lambda functions? Yes or no? Okay. Uh Naresh is saying looping itself until condition false. And Ayush Chaudhary saying, I don't know it. If you can explain, please explain it. Okay. Okay. Ayush, just wait a minute. Let me give another question. People are saying yes, Python support lambda functions. Okay. Yeah. So yes is the correct answer, guys. For question number 8, yes is the correct answer. Okay. Uh, Guys, your next question is uh, question number 9. That is, does W mode overwrite the file if it exists? Okay. Yes or no? Yes, Ayush, I'm explaining you question number 7. Now, see, there was one question in the chat that can you please explain recursion? Yeah. See, recursion is what? It is a term related to function. First of all, understand that. Recursion is a term which is related to functions in any programming language. So in Python also it is related to functions. What do you mean by recursion? Now, Recursion means that a function can call itself again and again to solve a problem. Okay, so it breaks a big problem into smaller ones until it reaches a point where it stops. Okay, so whenever we use recursion, we have to first of all give the base cases. Now, what do you mean by base cases? Base cases here stands for, or base cases means that the case where that particular function call is going to stop, because at some point we have to stop the recursion. Okay, because, or if we are not going to stop the recursion, then what will happen? Then our stack will get full and we'll get a error like stack overflow error. Okay, so that is the thing. So recursion means that a function calling itself to solve a problem. Okay, or you can say calling itself again and again to solve a problem until the condition meets. Okay, so that is the thing. But remember, whenever we use recursion, there are two types of cases inside a function. Means whenever we create a function and we try to create that function recursive, when we try to make that function recursive for any type of uh, approach, for any type of problem to solve that problem, whenever we try a recursive approach, so then two types of cases we have to put inside that condition. The first case will be the base case, and the second case will be the recursive case. So base case is basically the condition where we have to stop the recursion. Okay, it basically does what? It prevents the infinite loop. Okay, the base case. And in the recursive case, the function calling itself with a smaller or simpler input. Okay, so two types of cases we have to take in consideration whenever we are trying to make a function recursive. Okay, so I hope Ayush now it is clear. Okay, so yes, 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 no. So people are saying, so does W mode override the file if it is exits? People are saying yes and no. Okay, so they are confused. So guys, the answer for this question, which is the question number 9, is yes. Okay, W mode means write mode. Okay, guys. So whenever we talk about the write mode in file handling, so when the file already exists, so it's overwrite the file. Okay, so if there is already a content present in your file and you are using the W mode, means the write mode, so it is going to overwrite the file, so the old contents will be gone. Okay, I hope that is clear to everyone. Okay, okay, Ayush, I think Ayush question is also clear. Okay, that's good. Okay, guys, your next question is, that is question number, it will be question number 10. That is this, uh that can a mode can a no sorry can a mode, okay, a is a separate thing, so can a mode be used to append content to an existing file? Yes or no? So a is also a mode. Okay, now which type of mode it is, I'll tell you. First you guys give the answer and then I'll let you know about this also. So I'm again repeating the question. Can a mode be used to append content to an existing file? Yes or no? Okay, I can see means two yes in the chat. Okay, so let's see if few more people are yeah, one more yes. Okay, okay, guys. So I can see multiple yes in the chat. So yeah, so I'll go with yes. So those who have said yes, it is correct. Okay. A basically stands for append. Okay, so A mode means append mode. With the word append is also it's clear that it is going to add in the end. Okay, so it does the same thing. If you have already existing file and you want to write some extra things on your file, or you want to put some extra things on your file, so you can use the A mode, which is stands for append mode. It will do what? It is going to add whatever you want to add. It is going to add end whatever the old content is there in the end of that thing, okay, in the end of the previous content. So yeah, so this is append mode. Okay, now one more very good question is there. Okay, let's see how many of you can give the correct answer of this question. Okay, let's check. Now guys, your next question is question number 11, that is, will opening a non-existing file in R mode, that is read mode, cause an error? Yes or no? Means whenever, suppose if you have already existent file, non-existent file, and you are opening that file in read mode, but you don't have the file with you, so it will cause an error in Python or not? I hope you guys have understood the question. Okay, Naresh is saying error. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay. Ria Matthew is saying yes. Okay. Are you sure of? Everyone is saying okay. I can see yes, yes in the chat. So yeah, those who have said yes, yes, guys, you are correct. Okay. Uh, Opening a non-existing file with read mode will going to give you, will raise an error. Okay. File not found error. I think yeah, file not found error will be there. So yes. Okay. Now one more basic question of Python. Okay. Okay, guys. The next question is, you can see this expression, this one. So your question is string inside double quotes hello asterisk 3 a valid Python expression? Yes or no? Means if we are going to write like this in double quotes hello, then asterisk 3. Okay. So it will execute or not? Means it is going to give you an error or not? So if you'll give the question of that it is going to raise error or not, then you can give the answer of this question also, that it is a valid expression or not. Okay, I can see one no in the chat. Okay, two no in the chat. Okay, two yes is also there. Okay, I'll go with, now I'll give you the correct answer. So those who have said yes, it is correct. Okay, no is incorrect. Why yes is correct? What it whenever you going to execute this line of code, what will happen? It is going to give you 3 times hello, okay, with H capital. Okay, yeah, Naresh has given the output, but your H is in a small, a lowercase. Okay, here the H will be in the uppercase. Okay, so you are going to get, means the string hello will be multiplied 3 times, so you will get three hellos. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so I hope you've understood. So it is a valid expression. So the answer is yes. Okay, so people were confused in this, so I'll just write over here. Yes. Okay. Okay, guys, your next question is, does Python support negative indexing in side lists? Okay, or in lists? Okay, uh, Prasad sir has joined the member. Now he has become the member of our channel. That's very good. He is connected with our family. Okay, I hope you will enjoy our perks, sir. Okay, because we upload very intuitive videos based on Python. First, they are accessible by the members, okay, and then in limited, we just in some of the videos we make it for the public. So yeah, thank you so much for joining, becoming a member. Okay, I can see multiple yes in the chat. Okay, yes, it exists. Yes, yes, sir. Yes. Okay, yeah. So those who have said yes, it is correct. Okay, negative indexing is supported in Python inside lists. So yes. So those who have said yes, it is correct. Okay, let's go to the next question. That is question number 14. Okay, guys, your next question is question number 14. That is, does read method or function, you can say, return file content as a string? Yes or no? Uh, okay, Z Drama Serial is saying, sir, can you give me your number, please? Uh, I can give my channel link, okay? My WhatsApp channel link or my Telegram channel link. You can join there, and if you have some message to convey, you can send me a private message there, okay? So yeah, at the in the end of the class, I'll just give you the link, okay? Okay, everyone is saying no. Okay. Okay, there is one yes. Okay, everyone is saying no. I don't know why you guys are saying no. Okay. Actually, the correct answer will be yes. Okay. Yes, the read function returns the file content as a string. So the answer for this question is yes. Okay, guys. Why yes? Because read is a function related to means which is related to file handling, Python file handling. Okay. So whenever you are going to open a file in a read mode, then only this read function can be used. Okay. And whenever you use this function, so it does what? It reads the characters from the file and then it give it in your string format. Okay. So because of that, the answer will be yes. Okay. Okay. Let me give you the next question. That is question number 15. Okay. Guys, your next question is question number 15. That is, can functions in Python return multiple values? Yes or no? I'm again repeating the question. Can functions in Python return multiple values? Okay, Z Drama Serial saying I have the WhatsApp channel link and I'm also the member. Okay, that's very good. Uh, but I have questions. Okay, you have questions. So what I can do, I can share my mail. Okay. So whatever questions you have, you can ask me on my mail. Okay. Just wait for some time. I'll share my mail ID. Okay. Okay, Naresh is saying can explain. Okay, I think I have explained that file question, Naresh. If you want more explanation, you can let me know, or if you have understood, so you can just okay. So okay, everyone is saying yes, yes, yes. So those who are saying yes, it is correct. Okay, Python functions uh, are can return multiple values. So yes is the correct answer. Okay. Uh, okay, guys. This is let's keep this much only for this quiz session. Okay, so this is the end of the quiz session. uh Now we'll start with our class. Okay. Now, everyone, it was a very engaging quiz session. Okay. I just enjoyed it because it was very engaging. You guys were very active throughout the quiz session. Okay. And yeah, that's okay. Now, let's start with our today's topic, that is Python file handling. Now, I know most of you guys have already used this file handling. Okay. So, guys, what we are going to do, we are not going to start with the advanced thing. Okay. I always try to focus on those people who don't know about Python but want to know Python because they have to make a switch in their career. So because of that, I'm going to start with the very basics, okay, in file handling using Python. So those who know, that's very good. It will be a revision for you, and stay connected because there may be some of the topics you will get, some of the code or program you will get that will be new to you also. So stay tuned up, okay. And those who are new, please focus, okay, so that you can learn. Now, guys. Uh, File handling, okay. See, file handling means working with files, okay, on your computer. So whatever the files are present in your computer, how can you handle those files, okay, using Python? That is Python file handling, okay. So what you do whenever we talk about Python file handling, so what you do in that, you basically open a file, then read a file, then write a file, and then close them, okay, using Python. These are the four operations that mainly everyone does. Now, for reading a file, there are different programs, there are different way. For writing to a file, there are different ways. For opening a file also, there is two way, okay. For closing, there is a function, okay. So that all these small things which we are going to see today, okay. Okay. Gambitic is saying, what do you with Python? What do you with Python means what I do with Python. I am a Python developer. How to build a career as a data analyst. Naresh, for your question, what you can do, first of all, you have to have the basic knowledge of Python. And when I say basic knowledge of Python, it means that uh, full detailed basic knowledge of Python. Okay, it's not that you just know the little things. Okay, basic knowledge comes with the data structures, the understanding of the variables. Okay, then the loops, better understanding on the loops and the branching statements. Then you know the basic packages just like the OS package. Okay, then if you want to grow as a data analyst, then you have to must, it means in deeply you should know the numpy and pandas, okay, and then you should know the data visualization modules just like matplotlib, c1. There are some paid one also, so you should know at least these things, okay, in very much detail. Okay guys, now uh so let's start with the programming part now. I hope that the theoretical part is, everyone now have a basic thorough knowledge of what is file handling and what we are going to do today, okay. Okay, guys, we'll start with first of all opening a file. Okay. Mm, So let me just first write that opening a file. Okay. Now, how you're going to open a file? Okay. Now, for opening a file, there are two ways, or to work with your file, there are two ways. Okay. One is the direct approach using the open function, and one is the context manager approach using with. So first of all, let's focus on the open function and then we'll go with that also, okay? Because this is the basic approach which now I'm going to use. So what I'll do, guys, uh, opening a file. So first of all, I'll create an object file. Okay. And what I'm going to do, I'll use this open function. Now this open function take multiple parameter, but the first two parameters are, the first parameter is the file name. Okay. So let me first give you the syntax. Okay. Let's focus on the syntax first. So here it will come the file name along with the extension of that file. Okay. So file name dot extension inside the double quotes. Then what mode? Okay. Then what mode? In which mode you want to open. So there are multiple modes also. In the quiz session, we have seen two, three modes: read, write, append. Okay. So there are many more modes. Okay. For binary approaches also, to read in binary, to write in binary, there are that modes are also available in Python. So but we'll see the basics ones only. If there will be time, we'll go to that also. But for now, this is the syntax. Okay. So let me just do what? Syntax. Okay. So now I hope it will be clear, more clear for you guys. Okay. This is the simple syntax for opening a file. First of all, create a object. Now this is not compulsory that you will keep the name of the object as file only. No, it's upon you. Okay. But the function open, it will be like this only. Then the first parameter which the open function takes is that inside the double quotes is take the file name along with the extension, then comma, then the second parameter which the open function takes is the mode. Okay. So whatever mode means, whatever the purpose of opening that file is, suppose you want to open the file for reading purpose, so the mode will be replaced with R. If you want to write on the file, for that purpose you have opening the file, so the mode will be W or A. Okay. So like that, we'll see. So this is the syntax. Okay. Now we have seen the syntax, let's go to the code. So file, open. Let's say I have a file called as example.txt. Okay, my file name is only example.txt, and I want to open that file as in a read mode. Okay, that's clear, in read mode. So yeah, okay, there is one question in the chat. Okay, again I have a question: how to build career in advanced AI and ML? See, for advanced AI and ML, bro, you have what you have to do. You have to first of all understand the confusion matrix. Okay, and there are many more things. And then we have to understand, you have to, there are few modules also, just like sklearn is there. Okay, you have to understand the models first of all, that how that models are built, how the models have been built. And you have to have the basic knowledge on statistics. Okay, I'm talking about mathematics statistics, because math is necessary, not that much necessary, but yeah, it is necessary. So you should have a basic, or I'll say a intermediate knowledge about the statistics, how they are working, and then the models which you are going to use. I mean, suppose I am talking about, you have written advanced AI in ML. So for that, what are the necessary things? Then how the models are working? Okay, suppose there is random forest for prediction purpose, or suppose for some project you are working on, you are using a random forest model. So how that model works, that is the main thing. If you'll understand that, then using them it will be more clear. Okay, then you'll know how to use it. But first of all, how it is working, that is the main thing. So focus on that. Okay, improve your mathematics, and then know how the models are working, what are the outputs they generate, what if it is generating some particular output, what does it mean? Okay, I'm just giving you a shortcut. If you want to study with the very beginning, then it is a very long process, but I'm giving you the shortcut. Just know the models, how the models are working, what are the uh, outputs generated by the models, what does does that output mean. Okay, if you know these things, and if you continuously practice on those things, then you will be perfect. Okay, so I hope it is clear. So where I was, yeah. So file, this is the object name, open example.txt in read mode. Okay, and let me just, okay, this is the terminal where my program is going to run. So Okay, let's execute the program and let's see what output we are getting. Then we'll talk about the file modes. Okay, yeah. So guys, I have executed the code, okay, in the terminal, and you can see my terminal. Okay, let me just make it more big in size. Yeah, I hope this is clear. It is readable. Let me just make, yeah, okay. So you can see that the file has been run first.py, that is you are getting a file not found error, and that is obvious. We will get it because you can see in the file section there is no example.txt. Yes, am I right? There is. Can you see any example.txt over here? No, there is no example.txt. So we are getting the correct exception, that is file not found error. Error 2, no such file or directory in your, okay, like example.txt. So for that, what we can do? Okay, for that we can use a mode called as create. So let me just make it X. Okay, now you will see the program has run successfully, and we can see here example.txt has been created. Okay, earlier there was no example.txt, but now there is example.txt. Now I'm going to write something on example.txt manually. I'm not using Python program to write on the example.txt, because for now I want to show you how to read it. So I have used a mode called as X. Okay, now what is that mode? For creating a file, that mode is used. Okay, we'll talk about all the types of file modes present in Python in more detail. First of all, just look at this. Now I am writing hello world manually, okay, in example.txt, and I have enabled autosave, so I don't need to each time press Control S. Okay, now I'll do what? I'll change the mode from X to now R again. Okay, and now I'll run the program again. Now when I'll executed the program again, now you will see it has been executed and there is no output. Okay, because we are not printing anything, because of that there is no output. That's good, but there is no error also. Why there is no error? Because the file is now there. Okay, we have created the file example.txt, so because of that now we'll not get any exception, any error. Okay, file not found error, no, will not face any of the errors. So yeah, that is there. Okay, now guys, I want you guys to know about the file modes. Okay, now this is what you have seen. Now what we have done, earlier we were executing this particular line of code using read mode, so we got an error because that file was not there. Then again we created that file using the mode called as X, so the file got created, and then we again changed the mode to read mode, and then we again tried to run the program, and then it's successfully executed. Okay, but no output were there. Okay, but it got successfully executed. Now let's talk about mode. What is mode? Okay, what is mode, why to use it? Okay, so file modes. Now guys, what is a file mode? First of all, let's talk about that. Okay, so when you open a file, okay, just like here, you have opened a file. Now when you open a file using open function, you need to tell the Python how you want to use the file. Okay, only using the file is not appropriate. Okay, means only opening the file is not the main thing. You open the file, okay, that's good, but why you are opening it? Okay, there would be some operation which you want to perform on that file. So now, so perform that operation, you have to tell the open function that I am opening this file, I want to open this file for this operation. So suppose if the operation is to read it, so then there is the mode called as R. If the operation is to write new content, so then the mode will be W. That is right. If the mode is to add some content at the end, so then the mode will be A. That is append. If you want to work with text or binary data, then the mode will be RB, WB, or AB. Okay. So these are the things. Okay. So this is done using the file mode. So that is file mode. You open a file, but for what purpose you are opening the file, that you have to tell. So that you will tell using the file modes. Okay. And the various types of file modes are first is uh, first is the append mode. Okay, let me do what? Let me create one more notes.txt. And in notes.txt, what I'm going to do, okay, whatever the notes I'm going to make, it will be there. Now, file modes. What are the various types of file mode available here? Okay, so the first file mode is that is R, which is stands for read. Okay, and one more thing, in the quiz session questions also there was one question that is the read the default mode in open function. So yes, it in the question was the answer was yes. So I'll write here default. Okay, so this is the default mode also. Then the next mode is that is W, uh, that is W, which stands for write. Okay, and write, it not only writes, it overwrites. Okay, overwrite means that it clears the previous content of that file and puts the new thing. Okay, okay, then there is this A mode, which is called as append. Okay, this is called as append. It's adds at the end. So whatever you want to add, if you want to add some content at the end of your file, so you can use this A mode. Okay, then there is one mode called as X. Okay, this X is for, it is for basically exclusive create, it is called as. Okay, it is called as exclusive create. So it is an exclusive mode which is used only for creating a file. Okay, and one more thing, if the file already exists, so then this X is going to give you an error. If you have already a file created with that name, or you have a file already with that name, so it is going to give you an error. So it is going to create a new file only if that file name does not exist in your directory. Okay, so that is there. Then there is R plus. Okay, yes, there is one more mode. Okay, these are the basics file modes. Okay, which are in most of the programming language, these modes are there. Not sure about X. Okay, but read, R, W, and A, these are the basic file modes. Okay, then there is R plus, it is read and write. Okay, so if the file already exists, so it is going to open the file. If the file does not exist, it is going to give you an error. So it is basically, it opens the file. Okay, it opens the file for both operations, to perform both operations, read and write both. Okay, okay, then there is W plus. What happens when we use W plus? It is write and read. Okay, now there is a difference between read and write and write and read, so don't get confused that they are same. No, they are not same. What is the difference? I'll tell you. Write and read. Okay, now write and read will do what? It is going to overwrite. Overwrite what? If the file already exists, okay, if the file already exists, so it is going to clear the file. Okay, and if the file does not exist, then it is going to create a new file. Okay, I hope the difference is clear. In read and write, what will happen? If the file already exists, so then it will open it for what purpose you want. If you want to write it, you can write it. If you want to read it, it will read it. But if the file does not exist, this is going to give you an error. Okay, but when you are using W plus, then what will happen? If the file already exists, then it will clear the content. Okay, and if the file does not exist, then it is going to create a new file for you. Okay, now then there is the next one, that is A plus, that is append and read. So let me write append and read mode. In this, what will happen? It is going to open the file, okay, and writes at the end. Means it's not going to clear the file. It is going to open the file, means opens file and writes at end. This is one thing. Oh, wait. Yeah, it will be more clear view. Okay. So it writes at end if the file exists. If the file exists, so it will going to open the file and writes at the end. If the file does not exist, so it is going to create a new file. Okay. I hope it is clear. Guys, those who have not joined our channel link, so just check the chat. I'm going to pin. You can join our channel. Okay. So any information regarding the live, or there are many more informations about different types of, we create different types of videos in Python, okay, to perform unique operations, okay. So you guys will like it, so please follow the channel. We just give all the types of update, and for my live classes also I first update there only, okay. So you can join that channel. So guys, these were the file modes, okay. There are few more file modes, okay. There are few more file modes left. Those are the file modes which are used to work with binary files, just like for images, audio, and etc. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to just add b. Suppose in R, if you'll add b, so it will be read binary, write binary, append binary. So for those uh, types of file modes, we'll see in the next live class, because I want to keep it very basics. Okay, for those who don't know about file handling, okay, or who are new to Python, or want to learn or want to do file handling, such types of things, so for them I just want to keep this live class very basic. So because of that, I'm just going to tell you guys only about these file modes only, and basically I'm going to focus on read, write, and append only, okay. So yeah, okay. Now I hope the file modes are clear, guys, okay. So please let me know in the chat by saying yes or no if till now everything is clear about how to open a file, the syntax, the code, and the file modes. Okay, because now in every program which we are going to create, we are going to use these file modes. Okay, so if it is clear, do let me know in the chat by saying yes. If it is not, then also please let me know by saying no, so that I can explain you one more time. Okay, so don't hesitate, please reply. Okay. Yes, Naresh, we are going to take in consideration the examples, but for now, is this file modes are clear? If it is clear, then we'll move with the examples. No. If this is only not clear, means if you don't know about what is R, so okay, I can see. Yes, sir, clear. Go ahead. Okay, okay. So I hope this file modes are clear. Now, now we are going to start with the examples. Okay. So now let's go ahead with the example, and let's first start with writing to the file. So we have already created a file called as created a file as example.txt. Okay, let's just do what? Let's add some new content to the file. Okay, and then we'll do what? Then we'll try to read the file and we'll see that what are the ways in which we can read a file. Okay, that's clear. Okay, so I'll change the mode to W. So file equals to open example.txt in write mode, and what I'll do, file dot write, and I want to write hello Python, and file dot close. Okay, so now you will see the code has been executed successfully. Okay, and now let's just go manually and check that if whatever previously in the example.txt, previously in example.txt there was hello world. Now you guys know that whenever with the definition of write mode also, it is clear that in write mode it will is going to override, it is going to clear the previously content, whatever the previous content was there, and it is going to replace it with the new content. So now the new content is hello Python. Let's go and check it. Now you will see that hello world has been replaced with hello Python. Okay, so this was the use of the write mode. And how we have used it? File open, we have just simple open the file in write mode. Then we have used this object file. Okay, then we have used a function called as write. Okay, write, and then whatever we want to write, suppose we want to write hello Python, so you have written hello Python inside double quotes because it is a string. And then at the end, this line is for writing to the file, and then we are closing the file. Yes, closing the file is also very necessary because uh, sometime means for now it will not work, means if you'll not use it also for smaller programs it is good, but it is not good actually, but it will not matter that much. But if it is if you are working with a file where in single file you are opening the file, you are writing to the file, you are reading the file, then you are appending the file, so at that time if you're not using file dot close, then it may or it might get corrupted. Okay, or there should be some issue in reading the file. So for prevention from that, you have to use this file dot close. So this was the use of the write mode, guys, and you have seen clearly in example.txt hello Python was written, and previous content which was hello world, that has been overwritten. Okay, now let's change this content. Okay, so I'll do what? I'll just comment this line, or before commenting it I'll just copy it, and then I'll comment it and I'll paste it over here. I'll change the mode to append mode. Okay, and now I want to add a next line, that is, and now the next thing which I want to write is I want to write in the next line, and I'll write this is new text. Okay, this is new text. Now I'll show you the previous content, that is hello Python is in example.txt. Now what I'm going to do in example.txt, I want to use the append mode, means after hello Python I want to add this line, this is new text. Okay, and one more thing, I want to add this new text, this is a new text in a new line, I want to insert it in a new line. So for that I have used the backslash n. Okay, it is a special character which is used for adding a new line. Okay, backslash n is there. Now let's just execute the code. Now I'll do what? I'll just add one print function also, and I'll print uh, append or run successfully, so that if this line gets executed successfully, so this line will also get printed because Python is interpreted language. So I'll know that yes, the program, or you guys will know that yes, we have executed that program. Okay, So now you can see run successfully. It means that this program has run successfully. Okay, there is no error. So yeah, let's go and check the example.txt. Okay, so now in the example.txt, guys, you can see hello Python, and this is new text. So this is new text is added there. Okay, so yeah, that is pretty much nice. Okay, that we are working with external file using Python programs. Okay, that is very good thing. Now guys, what next I'm going to do, now next I'll show you that how you can write multiple lines. Okay, how you can write multiple lines using Python to your file. Okay, let's see that. So what mode I should use? I think I should use this mode only, the append mode only. Okay, so let me just do what? I'll just keep this line with me and I'll comment this line, and the next lines of code I'll write with my own. Okay, Naresh is saying content in the text file and same content inside the write function. Okay, in write mode is error or executed? No, it will be executed, bro. Suppose if the content in your text file example.txt is hello world, and if you are going to write the same content hello world in again a new mode, in the write mode, so it will be done. But the hello world which you are putting now, that will be stored there. The previous hello world, that will be overridden. Okay, that is the same thing. The hello world which you have stored and the hello world now you are storing, both will be look like same, but actually that is not same. The previous hello world, that is, that has been changed with the new hello world. Okay, so understand that. Now guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to write multiple lines. Okay, so for that what I need, first of all I need those multiple lines. So what I'll do, I'll just create a list, and in the list I'll store my multiple lines. Suppose I have line 1 with me. Okay, so line 1, and then I'll give a one more. Now, using of this backslash n is for generating a new line, for storing it in a new line. Okay, understand this thing, because I don't want that anyone should get confused why I am using this backslash n too much. Okay, line 3. So uh, I have created 3 lines, means I have created a list called as lines. In that I have stored 3 items in a string format: line 1, line 2, and line 3. Okay, and I'm opening the file, the same file example.txt in append mode. So in append mode, why? Because already I have 2 things in my file, 2 lines I have already stored, hello Python, and this is a new text. So I wanted that this line 1, line 2, and line 3 should get stored in the next 3 lines. Okay, so because of that I have used it. Now what I'll use, file dot write lines. Okay, I'll use file dot write lines. Now remember, now I'm not using write. Okay, I'm using write lines function. Sorry, write lines method. Okay, function will not be appropriate word to use here, because it is the function of the file. So because of that, it is a method now. So yeah, so basically it is file dot write lines. Okay, and let's just close the file also. Okay, closed it. And what we will do, we have closed the file, and then let's just use one print also, that, or let me just write success. Okay, so that it will be clear to you guys. And before making sure, I'll just clear it so that you'll get a new context here. Okay, and you are getting success, it means that this particular line of code has been executed successfully. So what we have to do now, we have to now check the example.txt. So now when we are opening example.txt, so now guys, you can see hello Python, this is new text, line 1, line 2, and line 3 has been added successfully. Okay, so this is how we can add multiple lines. You can store the lines in a list, and then you can directly write the name of the list inside the method write lines. So what will happen? It is directly going to write, okay. Now the use of this backslash n, okay. Now you will see, you will notice I have added backslash n in the front. Just before writing line 1, I have added it. But I have added this backslash n in the front of line 1, not in the front of line 2 and line 3. Now why this is? Now these are the small things, guys, which you have to understand. Okay, why these things, why I'm taking care of these things, and why I'm again and again uh, telling you guys to just take in consideration this thing, because these are very important. Because whenever you are working with any type of file, how the contents should be stored in your file, that will be always will depend on you, how you write the code. Okay, so I wanted that line 1, the line 1 should be in new line. Okay, so because of that, because I wanted that, so what happens, I have to give the new line character before line 1. If I'll give it after line 1, so what will happen at that time, or what have happened at that time, because the line 1 will come here, and then line 2 will come at the next line, because but I wanted that line 1 should also be in the next line. So because of that, I have used the backslash n previously line 1, and then after writing line 1, okay, I have added backslash n. So because of this backslash n, it does not require one backslash n here. Okay, so these are the small things which looks like that it is a very small thing, there will be no matter if you'll not use it, but it actually matters. If you'll not use it, so your text file will somehow look like this. Line 1 will come here, okay, and then line 2 will be in the next line, and line 3 will be in the next line. So we don't want that. So because of that, we are using this types of techniques. Okay, okay, now these were all the ways of writing to the file. We have seen using the write mode, using the append mode, then we have seen how to write multiple lines. Okay, if you want to use the w mode, you can use the w mode also. Okay, but it will do what, it will just erase everything. Okay, it will overwrite the file, so newly it will be added line 1, line 2, and line 3. So these two previous lines will be removed. If you don't, if you want to just check it, so okay, let's just execute it again. Again success. If you'll go to example.txt, you will see, okay, line 1, line 2, line 3. Now you notice one thing, because in the code before writing line 1, I wanted a new line. So what happened? Earlier it was a new line. So it leaves the first line and then it writes from the second line. What I'll do, if I'll remove this, and then again if I'll do this, then it will start from the very beginning, or from the very first line, line 1, line 2, and line 3. So I hope these are the small things and these things are clear. Okay, and these are the very basics things. Okay, now let's see all the approaches to read a file. Okay, now these were all the approaches to write or append a file. Okay, there are more ways, but let's focus on the reading. Okay, Naresh is saying, sir, create py file and execute it. Yes, bro, this is a py file only, and we are executing it. For reading also, we are going to create now. Okay, everything which we are going to see today. Okay, don't worry, everything we'll see. But for the basics, these are the things. Okay, there is a systematic structure. Okay, I'm following that structure. Okay, if I'll load everything with in one program only, so then it will be hectic for all of us. So it is a step-by-step process. So let's continue with following this step. Okay, voice slow hai. Uh, I don't know why you are feeling, bro. Why you're feeling like that? That voice is slow. Okay, let me speak more louder. Okay. So now this was all the things for writing and appending. Let's write the code for reading. Okay. So I'll just copy this line because only this line I need it. Okay, then I'll comment it. Now for reading. Okay, for reading, guys, there are multiple ways. Okay, for reading also there are multiple ways. You can read the whole content, or you read the n characters, means the character, how much characters you want to read. Suppose first five characters you want to read, so you can read in that manner also. You can read line by line also, and you can read all lines into a list also. Okay, that also you can do, or you can use a loop, okay, to read the files also. You can do that also. So we'll see all the approaches. Okay, so first of all, I'll show you a brief of a look of how the example.txt looks like. Okay, now we'll see all the approaches. So first of all, how to read the whole content. So open the file in read mode, then write file dot read, okay, and put it inside the print. So it will be printed in the console, and do remember to close the file. So now you can see the output here, line 1, line 2, and line 3. This is how you can read whole content. Okay. So for reading whole content, you have to use the method called as read. Okay. That's good. So reading the whole content. I'll copy it. And now I'll show you one more way to read, that is read only first n characters. Only first n characters. So for that, again I'll open in read mode. What you have to do inside the read, suppose if you want to only read 5 characters, okay, or let's say 6 characters. So write the length of characters which you want to read. Suppose 6 characters you want to read, so write only 6, okay, then execute it. So now you will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. So you are reading, wait, yeah. So you are only reading, uh, but it's not 6 characters. Wait, let me run the file again. Oh, the both programs are running. Because of that, the problem is there. Yeah, now it will be, yeah. Now you can see this one. Only line 1 we are getting. And if you'll count, so L 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So line 1 is of 1 at the 1, it is 6 characters. So that's why we are getting line 1. Okay. Now this was for reading only first n characters. Now, let's say if you want to read line by line, then for that also the code is, uh, let me comment this, read line by line. If you want to read your file line by line, so then the code will be somehow look like this. Print file dot read. Actually, now the program will be, means the method will be read line. Instead of read, change the method to read line. Okay. So let's just do what? Let's now execute it. Let me again clear it first. Yeah, let's just execute this program. So line 1 is there. If you want to read the next line, means suppose if you want to read line 1 and the first line and the second line both. So what you have to do, you have to write the code again. Means print file dot read line, you have to write it again. So this is for reading the first line, and the second one is for reading the second line. If you'll execute it, now you'll get line 1 and line 2. Again, if you want to read the third line also, so again you will give print line dot like this. So now you will read line 1, line 2, and line 3, all the 3 lines. Okay. Now what if you'll do what if you will now, because in our example.txt there are only 3 lines. What if you'll read file.read line 4 times? If you'll apply this file.read line 4 times, then what will happen? Let's see. Okay. So it will not execute anything. Line 1, line 2, line 3, and it has readed something, some value. Okay. It will be more clear if you'll use one more. So it is reading the characters also, okay, which are not there. So basically we have only 3 active lines, but it is reading 2 more lines. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So that is there. So this was reading line by line. Okay, let me just comment this out. And there is one more way of reading, that is, suppose if you want to read all lines into a list. Okay, yes, if you want to read all lines into a list, means convert it into a list and then print that list, so that also you can do. So read all lines into a list, that you can do it. How? So for that the code will be, uh wait, first of all I need this line of code. Yeah, and then the code will be, what you have to do basically, you have to first of all create a lines. Okay, and then you have to file dot, and you have to use this read lines method. Okay, so you have to store this file dot read lines in a lines, and in a lines object, and then you have to print lines, then close the file dot close. Okay, so it will somehow look like this, and let's execute this. So when you'll execute this piece of code, so you will get line 1, line 2 and line 3 with the new line characters also, but you can see they are inside a list because you can see the square braces. Okay, if you want to check the type also, so you can check the type too, so it will be the list only. Okay, so yeah. Okay, now this was read a file into a list. Then there is one more way, that is the last way in which you can read a file using loop. So it is called as loop through a file. In this, what we have to do basically, you have to open the file. Okay, and then you have to apply a loop. So let's say for line in file, okay, print line dot strip will do what, it is going to remove extra spaces and new lines. Okay, so you will get, okay, let me just comment this piece of code. So you will get line 1, line 2 and line 3. Okay, so this is how you read a file using a loop. Okay, so now guys, we have seen everything. Okay, uh we have seen how to write to a file, how to append to a file. Now how to read a file in multiple ways, we have seen it. Okay, so yeah, that's good. Now one more thing which I want to show you guys is, now guys, it is bit hectic. Okay, it is bit hectic each time write at the end file dot close. Okay, and Python is not about hecticness. Python is about just free coders, okay, who want to focus on production, not on writing programs. So for that, there is one more approach, okay, in which you don't need to use the file dot close each time. Okay, using that approach, the file will close automatically. Okay, so that approach is, so let me just comment this line. That approach is using with the context manager. Okay, so everything will remain same. Just like how you write file equals to open, you have to write with open example.txt in R mode or in write mode or in append mode. The difference will be as file. Okay, so earlier we were writing like this, file equals to open example.txt in R mode. Here we are writing with open example.txt in R mode as file and colon. Now colon does what? It just gives us a block. So now if you want to work with this particular file, so whatever the operations you will perform inside this, in this indented block. Okay, so suppose if now I want to print file dot, means all the content of my file. Okay, so I have to directly do like this. So line 1, line 2 and line 3 will be there. Okay, now you don't have to take in consideration of the closing of a file. Now you don't need to take in consideration that. Okay, or you think of that, because whenever you are using this approach, using with statement, using with context manager, then you don't need to explicitly close the file using the close function, it automatically gets closes. Okay, so that is the very important thing. Okay, and now whenever we are going to use with, means whenever you are going to work with the file, we are going to follow this approach only with. Okay, so now, so guys, this was all the basics things about the file, how to work with file, how to write, append, read. Now I have small programs, okay, the small beginner level programs for you guys, and I'll just give you the solution of everything. Okay, so let's start. Okay, let's start. So I'll just do what, I'll create a new file now. So I'll give it solve.py. Okay, now this will be the file which will be used for solving problems. Okay, now I have some of few small basic level questions or problems you can say. Okay, and we have to find the solution of that problems by writing codes. Okay, so those who have systems with you and side by side you are doing the programming also, and you are writing, you're watching the live session also. So guys, for you guys, you have to write the code with me. Okay, and those who just watching it, so it's okay, you can just see it, you can just focus it. Okay, you can learn it. Okay, now the first problem is, that is, the first problem is, okay, let me first use the toggle wrap. Okay, yeah, the first problem is, write a program to create a new file and write hello world into it. Okay, this is very easy, we have already uh we have already done this. Okay, so what will be the code for this? So the code for will be this, uh let's say with open. Okay, first we know we have to give the file name, so let's give the file name as hello.txt. And now this is one more thing is important here, why I'm using write mode instead of any other mode, because I know that if the file does not exist, so write mode will do what, it will create the file, and if the file already exists, so then it is going to override it. Okay, so I know that hello.txt is, I have not created hello.txt, so hello.txt will be, it is non-existent file. See, now the write mode will do what, it will create the file for that. Okay, and what I'll do now, I'm using the with statement to work with my file. So I'll just directly write file.write hello world. Okay, that's it. Hello world. No need to close it, because if you are using with statement, it has been successfully executed, and you can see hello.txt has been created. Okay, and now let's go to the next question. Now, the one thing that I don't like is whenever I work with VS Code is that it is mostly for projects like structure. Okay, if you are, suppose if you are explaining some, if you have to explain two or three lines of code, then Jupyter Notebook is very much good, very much comfortable. But it's okay, we'll comment the line. Okay, and then we'll follow the next question. Only that approach we can follow it. Okay, otherwise it will be difficult. Okay. Okay, guys, the next question is similar to that, the first question, not similar, related to that first question. Write a program to read the content of a text file and display them. So now only we have created hello.txt, but let's check that hello.txt, as you can see here, hello.txt is created. Let's check whether that hello.txt is stored with hello world or something else. Okay, so let's write the code for that. So again, same line of code, only the mode will be changed, but I'll write the code with open hello.txt in read mode. Okay, not E mode, R mode, as f dot read. Let's check. Okay, f dot read, and f dot read will be inside print. Okay, so don't forget. So hello world, the same way which we have stored it, in the same way we are getting it. Okay, that's fine. So this was the second question. I hope you guys are getting it. These are the simple operations which we have already performed. So nothing new is there. Okay, I'll again comment this. Let's go to the next question, that is the question number 3. Okay, the question number 3 will be, write a program to append the text Python is awesome into an existing file. Okay, so we have already hello.txt with us. So with open hello.txt in append mode as f, and what we have to do, we have to um, add one text, that the text is Python is awesome. Okay, so it's very easy, we have already done this. So I want it to add in a new line, so I'll first add the \n, then I'll add Python is awesome. Okay, that's it, Python is awesome. Okay, so successfully executed. As you can see, no errors are there. Now let's comment this. Let's go to the next question, that is question number 4. That will be, write a program to read a file line by line. Okay, so again we'll use the same file hello.txt. Okay, in read mode as f print, and read a file line by line. Guys, there is line by line. So for line by line approach, guys, there are two ways which you can use. Either you can use read line. Okay, you can go with read line also, or you can use the loop also. So with read line, there is a problem that you should know the total number of lines used in your file. I know that there are two lines only in hello.txt, but I want to use the loop. Okay, otherwise I have to write two times read line. I don't want that. So for line in f, okay, what I'll do, print what? Print line dot, and there is a method called a strip, which is a string method which is used to remove white spaces and extra spaces. So I'm using that. So hello world, Python is awesome. Okay, these two lines are printed here. So yeah, okay. Again, I'll comment this line of code, and let's come to the next problem, that is question number 5, which will be, okay, now this question is very interesting, and let's see how many people knows the program for counting the number of words in a text file. So guys, the fifth question is, okay, count the number of words in a text file. So we have the text file with us. We already have the text file hello.txt with us. So let's write the code to read the total number of words. Okay, that's fine. So for this, see, for this approach also, for counting the number of words in a text file also, there are multiple ways. Okay, I am going to use the way in which, what I'm going to do, I'm going to read the whole content. Okay, but when I'm reading that content, no, I'm going to use a string method called as split, which will do what? Uh, which will the split method does what? It basically uh, partition all the words, all the alphabets, no, for basically all the words in a different item of a list. Okay, and then I'm going to store it in some object, and I'm going to print the length of that object. So I'll get the word count. Okay, so that approach I'm going to follow. So with open hello.txt in read mode as f. Now this as is a alias name that I'm going to use this hello.txt file, just like how I was creating file equals to open. I'm I will refer f as that object. Okay, so this as is as alias name which has been given as f. So whenever I have to work with this file, I'm going to use f. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll create an object words equals to f dot read, and then I'll apply the split method to it. So all the words will be now. So word count equal to words. So now when I'm printing the words, I'm getting hello world Python is comma awesome. Now I don't want to print the words. I want to print the length of the word. So for that, we'll need to apply the length function. Okay. So yeah, it's very simple. Just put the words inside the length function. Uh, Zeno underscore one is saying we use len. Yes, you have to use length function. Okay. So word count is 5. Okay. I hope it is clear. Okay. Let's comment this line of code. Let's move to the next problem. That will be question number 6. And what we are doing in this, basically, uh, now guys, the next problem is that we have to count the number of lines in a text file. Okay, we have to count the number of lines in a text file. So how we can do that? Again, everything will be same. Okay, for counting the word, we were using the method read and then split. Okay, so now you guys tell me, for counting the number of lines, what method we will use? It's very simple, guys. Please, we have seen this thing. We have seen one problem also, okay, in first.py file, that it was directly get converted into a list. Mm, I think you guys don't remember it. Okay, let me just write the initial codes, and till then, if someone will give the approach in comment, then it's fine. If not, then I'll tell you. Okay, so no one. Okay, what you have to do, guys, it's very simple. What I have told you, you will create an object called as lines, and you will use the method called as read lines. Read lines will do what? It stores everything in a list format. Okay. So now this lines object is a list. Okay. And then you have to print what? Line count and length of your list item, that is lines. So you will get line 2. Only 2 lines are there. Okay. So it was very basic. So yeah, it was very basics. Okay, guys, let's go to the next problem. That is, okay, this one is a very nice question. Okay. The problem is that write a program to check if a file exists or not. Okay. Now, for this approach, what you have to do, we have to use a module called as OS. Okay. So we have to use the OS module. So I'll just import the OS module. Okay. And then we have to use some methods. Okay. So os.path dot, the method name is exists, and we'll use it, and we'll write the name of the file. Or what you can do, if your path if your path is somewhere else, so what you can do, you can write the whole path. Okay, you can write the whole path here of the that file. Okay, and because we are using the conditional statement, so we have to print here that file exists. Otherwise you can give a else condition that file does not exist. Okay, so file exists. Yeah, obviously we are working with hello.txt, so it is there. So file exists. Okay, if I'll write hello1.txt, so then it will give you the else part, file does not exist. Okay, so this is the method. You have to use the module os and os.path.exists. Okay, I'll comment this whole code. Let's go to the next problem. Okay, now the next problem is also very much good. Okay, and it's very useful also. So your question is, the next question is question number 8, that is copy contents of one file into another. Oh, it's so good. Means you have two files with you. So you have to copy the content of one file into the another. Okay. And how you can do that? It's very easy, guys. Uh, I'll show you in in two lines. I'll say in one line only, okay? But it's actually two lines, okay? Two lines of code, and you can copy the content of suppose this hello.txt to one another to some other file, okay? Yeah, I'll show you how. So first of all, with open, open the file whose content you want to copy to the different file. So let's say, and you remember one thing, the file whose content you want to put to another file, that will be opened as in read mode. So suppose hello.txt is the file uh, whose content I'm going to copy it and paste it to some other file. So this hello.txt file will be opened in read mode. Okay, and I'll give it as F1. And then I'll do what? Now I'll open the file in which I want to copy it. So suppose there is copy.txt is the file name. And now, because in this file I'm going to write it, so this will be opened in write mode, and I'll open it as F2. Okay. So the file which I want to copy, whose content I want to copy, is hello.txt, and I've opened that file in read mode, and the file name which I'll be using for this is F1. And the file which in which I'm going to paste the copied content is copy.txt, and I'm opening it in write mode as F2. Now the next lines of code are, now the next line is only this thing, F2.write, because in F2 and we are going to write, so F2.write, what we are going to write, so the whole content of F1, so F1.read. Okay, F1.read, and executed successfully. Okay, executed successfully. Now we have to check this also, so I'll just comment it, and I'll do what, I'll just show you which one, uh, this one. So I'll uncomment this program hello.txt. I'll change it to copy.txt in read mode. Let's execute this. So hello world, Python is awesome. Okay, same content is there. I can show you copy.txt here and hello.txt also, same contents. So this is how you can do it. Let me just uncomment it, comment it, and uncomment this line of code. Okay, there is one problem in the chat. Naresh is saying that explain seventh one. Okay, so Naresh want me to, I should explain the question number 7. Okay, so you want me to explain this one. So see, the question number 7 was basically, was we have to write a program to check that if a file exists or not in that particular path. Okay, so we have to check the existence of the file, that if a file is there with that name or not. Okay, so for that we need a module, okay, which is a module as OS, operating system. Okay, so it works on your file system, okay, on your file system local storage. Now there is a method present in this OS module, that is os.path.exist. Okay, so there is a library called as path in OS, in which there is a method called as exist. So this path is a class where we have a method called as exist. So inside OS module there is a class called as math, inside there is a class called as path, which has a method called as exist. Now this exist method is used to check whether that file is present in that path or not. Okay, I hope till now this is clear. So we are using conditional statement, if and else. So if that hello.txt is present in that path, so then it will print file exists. In the else condition, if it is not present, so it will print file does not exist. So if I'll run this, so file, because hello.txt is already there, so it will give you file exists. Now copy.txt is also there, so it will give you file exists. If I'll do copy1.txt, so it will give you file does not exist. Okay, so okay, this much only. I hope you have understood. Yeah, it's okay, bro. Okay. Guys, your next problem is that what you have to do, replace all occurrence of Python with Java in a file. So in hello.txt, if means all occurrence of Python means how many times you have Python, all the times we have Python, we have to replace it with Java. Okay. So in hello.txt, we have seen that there is, okay, hello world and Python is awesome. Now we want to with replace Python is awesome with Java is awesome. Okay. Using file handling. So we have to write the code for that. So let's just start. So what we are going to do, first we'll open hello.txt in a read mode and we'll read the whole content in some object. Then we'll use that object and we'll apply a string method replace to that object, and then we'll write the replaced object to again hello.txt in write mode. So this is the thing which we are going to follow. Now let me show you by writing the codes so it will be more easy for you guys and more convenient to understand. So let me first open. So I've opened the file and I'll create an object called as data. In this, I'm going to read the whole content. Okay, so with open hello.txt in read mode as f, data equals to f.read. So in data, I'm going to store everything. Okay, then coming out of this, I'll use this data because in this data, I have read the whole file. So I'll use this data and I'll use the string method called as replace. And in the replace, what I want to replace, I want to replace Python with the replaced value. I want to replace it with Java. And again, I'll open my file hello.txt. So I'll again open it hello.txt. Now I'll open it in write mode. Okay, guys, write mode as F. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to write what I'm going to write the data, the replaced data. I'm going to write it over here. Okay, so that's it. And now how we will check it? So for checking it, I'll again do what? I'll again run one more read mode file code, but this time I'll do what? I'll put it inside the print. I'll put it inside the print. Okay. So three times I'm using means I'm opening the file, then I'm again opening the file, and then at the end I'm opening the file to read it. Okay. Now let's run the code. Now you have seen this. First time you open the file to put all the data in data. Then we have changed the data using this line of code. Okay. Then we have again overwritten the file using write mode and we have put the data again. And then again we are opening the file to read for reading purpose. So hello world. Now in place of Python, there is Java is awesome. Okay. So it's quite impressive. It's quite nice. Okay. So yeah. You don't need this. If you want to read the content, then you need this. If you don't want to read it, you don't need this. So if you don't need this, then this line of code is used to replace it. Okay. The last one I have added because I just wanted to show you guys here that it is replaced because of that. If you'll go in hello.txt, so here also it is replaced. So yeah. Okay. Guys, your next problem and the last problem for today is what we have to do. We have to write a program. We have to write a program to display only the first three lines of a file. Okay, so we want to display only the first three lines. So in hello.txt there is only two lines, so I need to go with example.txt. Okay, so now I'll use example.txt and I have to only display three lines. Okay, so let me just do what uh, I'll just first open the file, open example.txt. python.txt and in write mode or in append mode as f. Okay, this is not the problem. I just want that in example.txt I want to add one more line. So f dot write, and I'll write backslash n, one extra line. Okay, let's execute this line of code. Okay, now I'll erase this. Yeah. So example.txt, write a program to display only the first three lines of file. So open it in read mode, example.txt, and for I in range, give the range as 3 and print f dot read line dot strip to remove the extra spaces, and that's it. So line 1, line 2, and line 3. Okay, if I'll change the range to 4, so it will give me line 1, line 2, line 3, and line 4. Okay, if I'll change the range to 5, so it will give me line 1, line 2, line 3, and a space and then one extra line. So yeah, but I want to only print the first three lines, so I'll change the range to 3, and line 1, line 2, and line 3 will get. Okay, so this was all about the basics of file handling in Python. Okay, so now I hope if you have watched the whole live session, if you have watched the whole live session, then it will be clear for you. Okay, now the basics of file handling, I hope it will be clear for all of you guys who have watched the whole live session. Okay, and okay, we'll continue with the next file handling class. I think we need one more live session, okay, to complete the whole file handling thing. Now in the next class, we'll start with the intermediate level, and we'll try to reach to that level in which we are writing in binary forms, means we are working with audio files and images. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Okay, uh now it's been 2 hours and I can see continuous engagement is there, so thank you so much for that, and I hope you guys have learned something. Okay, learn something uh about file handling in Python, and you have learned something new or got to know new things in file handling. So thanks for watching the live session. Stay tuned up. We'll come up with a new live session whenever the next holiday will be. Okay. Yeah. I know that I am not continuous. I've said that I'll be come live on weekends, but I am not that much available. Okay. But I'll try to be regular, guys. Okay. So let's see. I'll update you guys whenever I'm live. I just update on my channels. Okay, 1 hour, 2 hour, or 4 5 means I just update it there that I'm going to come live today. So follow me there. Okay, stay engaged. Peter is saying thank you, bro. Thank you so much. I hope you learn. I hope you got to know new things. Okay, so that's it, guys. And those who want to interact with me, uh, there was one person who wanted to interact personally. Okay, just give me a minute. Uh, just give me a minute. Let me find a way. Wait, guys, wait. Let me find some way, okay? Just give me a minute, okay? Yeah, guys, what you can do if you want to contact in a manner uh, where you want to interact, okay? So you can have my Telegram link, okay? Uh, so it is, let me just give you in the chat. Okay. Uh, guys, you can, I have pinned the comment, okay? I have pinned this comment. You guys can just directly send me a message in my Telegram. So in this way we can interact. So if you guys have any problem regarding anything, okay, because our service is very big, because we solve problems also. If you have problem related to your project or anything, we solve that also. If you, we provide multiple courses to learn Python, okay, so we provide that also. So you can contact for whatever problem is there. We are here for your solution, okay? So yeah, let's keep this much only for today, okay? uh we'll see you in the next live session. So thanks for watching the whole live session, and yeah, that's all, okay? It's the time. Bye, thank you.